So a question for you. Does my hat turn you on? Do these stockings turn you on? Does my beard turn you on? My beard, she's over there. Sorry, that's just my friend Mary. I can't grow an actual beard, so we're just gonna use proverbial beards for this bit. Anyway, does a large guy dressed in red who's able to unrealistically deliver gifts to millions of people all in one night somehow turn you on? Let's talk about that. Hello and welcome back to What's a Safe Word? I'm Amp, and this week I'm donning a nice red cap. I've got a slightly red nose, there's a sit there, and I've got some boys bundled up under the tree with care. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of images retweeted and tumbled with Santa in multiple forms of undress. And it got me thinking, is Santa sexy? Is he a sex icon? Is he a sex object? Is he just someone that people fantasize about? I mean, it depends on who's playing him, I guess. Yeah, Tim Allen wasn't, he was, No. So what I mean to ask is Santa a fetish? Is there some sort of fetish around a guy who sneaks into your house at night, eats your food, and then leaves you gifts? Bearish? Check. Leather? Yeah. A sexy beard? A huge sack full of goodies, and he's always asking you to sit on his lap. Yeah, daddy. But I wanted to find out if Santa himself was actually a fetish for people. So where else to look than Google? I mean, just Googling, is Santa a fetish? Just scroll. So Rule 34 exists for a reason. How about, can Santa be sexy on YouTube? I mean, they've got guidelines, they've got rules, nothing will get past their automated system that's perfect. Anyway, let's see what's on there. Oh, here's one by BuzzFeed too, so you know it's gotta be somewhat, not factual, but at least entertaining. I'm on board.
My vibe on the sexy Santa thing, I think it's cool. It's not really my thing.
Hey, Daddy.
Out there that are...
You can put on whatever you want. Except for that. No. Not sexy. Those are not meant for the male part. No. Now, hold on a second. While BuzzFeed, with its logo so red and bright, wasn't super helpful when finding a lot on Santa fetishes, looking on Google some more did bring up some really interesting infographics around Santa. Now, Mary, did you know? Nothing. She was never much of a talker anyway. She was always after the woodworkers. I mean, she tells everyone she's a virgin, but... Now, doing a bit of information digging in my sack of knowledge, that is the sack of knowledge, that is an awful euphemism. Doing some digging on old Saint Prick. Nope, I just went to the internet. And on the internet, I found one study by BeNaughty.com that said 1 in 5 women actually fantasize or have sexual thoughts about Santa Claus. On Reddit of all places, a wonderful resource that's definitely always credible, I found a thread from a mall Santa talking about how inappropriate a lot of mall goers were when sitting on his lap, and when other people weren't looking, how some mall goers would actually grind on Santa unconsensually. And then I found Dr. Amy Marsh, a clinical sexologist who was talking about a topic called Santaphilia, which honestly just sounds like Santa inappropriately touching people, but it's a thing. Trust me, it's a thing. In a podcast and some documentation that she wrote herself, she writes about how a lot of Christmas decorations are inherently very phallic, and even went on to talk about the red and white colors of Christmas and how they were thought to have come from the red and white speckled mushrooms, hallucinogenic mushrooms, that were used on 20th century Christmas cards. There's even a correlation drawn between reindeer who enjoyed eating those mushrooms and then enjoyed the hallucinogenic effects of said mushrooms, and that's where some people think the flying reindeer thing came in for Santa. Oh dear. Amy then went on to talk about how society just inherently makes things overly sexual, making innuendos, jokes, costumes, toys, and even linked me to some great music. No. Man, I love a good Christmas song. And then in her studies, she uses the term Santaphilia. And turns out Santaphilia is a real thing. Online, it's described as someone who's overly obsessed, be it sexually or just in general, around Santa. And these people that are referred to as Santaphiles are thought to enjoy Santa because of his duality of being both a caregiver and a disciplinarian who has a good set of morals to him. And while there are Santaphiles, there's also people that are very afraid of Santa. They're claustrophobic. But what about him makes him a fetish for some people? For some, they just like how jolly he is. For others, he's the ultimate daddy. Yeah, daddy. Is it his look in general? I mean, like, Rise of the Guardians made Santa, whew, yeah, daddy. But there's gotta be more to it, and that's where some more digging helped. Some further digging actually showed the Santaphiles' true colors and why they go crazy for old Kris Kringle. Kris Kringle. I wonder if he's like into diaper play? Or the Kris Crinkle. Turns out for some people it's very simple. It's just a form of ravishment play where someone sneaks into your house, eats some of your goods, leaves some presents, and then leaves some presents. You know what? Sex. And these scenes themselves, this ravishment play, are agreed on beforehand and may have some consensual non-consent within them, but it all revolves around reindeer games with Santa, where he takes advantage of you because you've been a naughty boy and or girl and or person. I'm not being gender specific. Other role players would suggest that naughty and nice came into play, and whether you were naughty or nice kind of depended on the dom sub role you would have with Santa. Whether you got a spanking, whether you got some lumps of coal, whether you stuck the coal in the hole, ooh, no, ooh. And naughty would have many different meanings in this respect. Really, it's kind of up to your imagination in that BDSM realm where Santa gets involved. I mean, you could be a reindeer pulling his sleigh. Maybe he wraps you up like a Christmas present. Think mummification, kind of like last week's episode. Some found the gifts enticing, some found the fame that came with Santa to be really sexy. Others even just enjoyed the idea of someone sneaking into your house as you're masturbating and kind of getting a voyeuristic sort of scene out of it. And others still would equate it to food play, in which they're giving Santa goods in the form of food, and then he's giving them goods in the form of play right back at him. Holy shit, is Santa a sex worker? All this to say that Santaphilia was this kind of overarching fetish, this paraphilia that was the star in a bunch of other fetishes that people had. Santa was a way to incorporate the holiday season to let your kinks out, at least one day out of the year, which is a positive thing when you think about it. It's getting people that aren't generally kinky in their own lives and giving them an outlet to find other fetishes that they might be into, whether they continue to practice them throughout the year or not. In fact, with more searching, I actually went on FetLife and you could find an overlap between Santa and 346 other fetishes. So that is Santa delivering many gifts in many different ways. And honestly, I don't think there's anything sexier than someone who's able to own their body and their weight and their size in a very positive way. Like, body positivity is a very sexy thing. If Santaphilia provides this outlet and this network for people to explore their kinks, regardless of body size or type, I'd say it's positive, even if it is a little different. So it's really no wonder that there's kind of an appeal about him online, even if he is a made-up character. Oh shit, no, even if he's totally real, kids, sorry. Wait, why are you watching this? So what do you think? Is he sexy? Is he something that you're interested in? Are you a Santaphile? Are you into Santaphilia? Do you know if I'm on the naughty or nice list? And next week is Christmas, so happy holidays in advance. And while we won't have a new episode up, I will put together a nice blooper reel for you guys to enjoy over the holiday season. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. And whether you're having sexy times or not, always have a safe word. And today's safe word is ho, 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 because I know some of you guys are hoes. You don't even. Leave some comments down below on what you think about Santaphilia and if you've ever tried it. And we'll see you guys next time on What's the Safe Word. Bye. There was a single man who had more innuendos about him, it would be Santa. A sack full of goodies, coming down the chimney, come on over and sit on my lap. And don't even get me started on the holiday songs. Santa Daddy, Don, we now are gay, a gay apparel, la 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 la.